There is more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on Treasure Island. Walt Disney. I feel the need of reading. It is a loss to a man not to have grown up among books. Abraham Lincoln. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. Margaret Fuller. Reading should not be presented to children as a chore or duty. It should be offered to them as a precious gift. Kate D. Camillo. Hi, my name is Katie Allen, and for this EDTC 515 assignment, I really could spend all day reciting quotes about the importance of reading in our lives. But how do we inspire students to love reading? LeVar Burton, co-founder and curator-in-chief of Reading Rainbow, states that there are 4 ways we can do so. Number 1, meet students in their comfort zone. Number 2, surround kids with good books. Number 3, read books aloud. And number 4, show students how much you love reading. A love of stories is hardwired into every human being. And we have more media for receiving these stories than we've ever had in the course of human history. A great resource that I use in my classroom and would like to share with you today is called Raz Kids. Raz Kids is an award-winning teaching product that provides comprehensive leveled reading resources for students. With hundreds of ebooks offered at 29 levels of reading difficulty, it's easy to put the right content in every student's hands. Kids access their leveled text through an interactive learning portal designed to keep them motivated and engaged. Every ebook is available online and in mobile formats and allows students to listen to, read at their own pace, and record themselves reading. Students then take a corresponding e-quiz, complete with an extended answer response to test comprehension and determine future instruction needs. Once a child has read 10 or more of the leveled ebooks and passed each of the corresponding e-quizzes, they advance on to the next reading level, where they have access to lengthier and more difficult texts. With that introduction to the reading program called Raz Kids, I would now like to show you how to use the program. In Raz Kids, each student is given their own login and password information. Once the student has logged in successfully, they are able to enter the reading room. The reading room looks like this screen. Here, they are given access to a number of books at their given reading level. Each book has 3 icons underneath it. The first icon is the listening icon, where they are able to hear the book read to them. The second icon is the reading icon, where they are able to read the book at their own pace. Lastly, the third icon is the quiz icon, where they are able to take a reading comprehension quiz on the book they just read. When a child accomplishes each of these tasks, they are awarded a certain amount of stars as incentives. These incentives that they earn help them to buy things inside the Raz Kids store. They're able to build a rocket. They're able to build a robot and dress up the robot in different clothes, like a cowboy hat. They're able to change its color, and all of those things that they buy for the rocket ship or the robot costs stars. You will notice that some of the icons are green and some of them are blue. When the icons are green with a check mark, it means the students have fully completed the task. The blue icons are yet to be completed. If a student pauses in the middle of an assignment, they're given a yellow tag, which is a bookmark, and it's just bookmarking the assignment for them. With that said, I would now like to go inside of one of these books and show you what each icon looks like. After pressing the listening icon of a desired book, Raz Kids will take the student to a page that looks like this, and they will read the book to the child. Here is what it sounds like.
Animal skeleton. Have 206 bones.
When the child is ready to read at their own pace, they press the reading icon and are able to read on their own. Now you will notice that when I click or hover, my mouse over a certain word, it will highlight the word in blue. If a child is struggling with a certain word, they can do so, hover and highlight the word, right click it, and press Hear Word.
skeleton,
They are also able to highlight the word and highlight, add the word to their word journal so that they can access it at a later time and view a vocabulary card of that word. Once they have read the book in its entirety, they click on the quiz icon where they can take a quiz to test their comprehension. Again, if they are struggling with a certain word or question, they can highlight the question, hear the word or question read to them. And then when they complete the quiz, they are able to also earn stars that go towards buying things in the Raz Kids store. So the more books that they listen to, read, and the more quizzes that they take, the more stars that they will earn. So now that I have showed you what it looks like on the student's end, as far as reading and listening and taking quizzes, I would like to now show you what it looks like on the teacher's end. So when the teacher logs in, they're able to come up to this classroom roster where they can manage their students. Each student is given a name and a password and a given level. Now, once the student reads a certain amount of books and accomplishes a certain amount of tasks, they are able to move up in level. So you can see that there is some differentiation going on here. The teachers can also assign a different level according to what they see in the classroom and what their specific students' needs are. The teacher is able to click on a specific student, and that will pull up a certain amount of skills and reports and activities that they can keep tabs on the student. Here's a cute little robot that this student has created using his stars that he's earned. If you look right here, the teacher can see which books the student has read recently. They can see what stars or how many stars have been earned, and time logged in a certain amount of days. And you go to skill report, you can generate a certain skill based on comprehension, core standards, and so forth for each individual student. Raz Kids is a really useful thing to have into the classroom. Not only does it give each student the opportunity to read a variety of books at their level, at their interest level, and etc. It gives the teacher a lot of resources to be able to create that love of learning and instill that in their students, no matter what their level is. Some other really cool features of Raz Kids includes giving students access to the reading room, which will help them build comprehension, increased awareness of differing text structures, and a broader vocabulary comprehension as they listen to books at higher levels. Raz Plus materials provide engaging at-home reading material for students who are absent for long periods of time, or they can hear modeled fluency and practice reading from any computer with internet access. Also, Raz Kids really helps ESL students to powerfully reinforce the connection between the written and spoken word. You can also use Raz Kids informational books to introduce students to an upcoming topic that will be studied in math, science, any other subject. I would like to thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and I hope that you will consider using Raz Kids inside of your classroom. It's a very informative tool that will definitely increase students' desire to learn how to read and instill in them the love for learning and reading that is so important.